Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From the Heart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Clinton Board of Education took a step forward Tuesday night to better equip its teachers in the classroom with the long-term goal of improving achievement scores at the elementary grade levels. On the WHOW Morning Show Monday, Assistant Superintendent Kara Jensen told the Heart Media Group that instructional coaches should be viewed as teachers alongside teachers.
An instructional coach is really job-embedded professional development. It is a teacher with experience who, whether that be with the current curriculum or just success in the classroom as well. It's a way for the district to invest in the instructional supports of their teachers and really look for ways to support our staff with that job embedded. Keep in mind that the positions not necessarily are a promotion. And so I just want to clarify that. I think that's important to note. These are our teachers are part of the union, the instructional coaches. They are teachers alongside teachers. Mm-hmm. That's actually a really important clarification, Seth, because they are not in a hierarchy per se. Mm-hmm. They are teachers alongside teachers. And so that's how you kind of embed that trust, is that they are one of them, right? Mm-hmm. And so us over here at times where we want to work collaboratively, but it is teachers working with teachers.
An instructional coach will provide a level of ongoing support that sometimes temporary curriculum installation cannot. Jensen explains that the instructional coaches will provide many different variations of support to teachers.
Tonight at the board meeting, we are recommending there's 2 coaches that we are looking to hire, and that those coaches will be K-5 for that first year and really looking at a way to first build relationships. That is the number one successful factor in a coaching model, is trusting relationships. Mm-hmm. As educators, it is our craft is very personal, mm-hmm. and we're very passionate about that. And so now we're opening up our classroom to someone else to come in and support. You have to be a bit vulnerable in that. And so it really is about building relationships to start, that our coaches are here to support teachers. Mm-hmm. They're not supporting administration. They're not supporting the district level. They're really for the development and support of educators. Mm-hmm. And so some of that might come in, like I said, that might be co-teaching. So mm-hmm. a coach may come in during a reading lesson and support by co-teaching with the teacher. Mm-hmm. It could be meeting with them, with teachers weekly, to look at lesson plans. Mm-hmm. Are we really sticking to the non-negotiables of the curriculum? It might be development of small group lessons as well. Mm-hmm. So the coaching model or program really has a different way to meet a variety of teacher needs. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily specific to one thing. Mm-hmm. Where again, if you heard in when a consultant comes in, they deliver and they're out. Mm-hmm. So this gives us the greatest widespread development of teachers, because teachers are able to kind of do what they're comfortable with.
The Board of Education approved the hiring unanimously on Tuesday. The district is moving Elizabeth Pirtle from a 3rd grade teacher to an instructional coach. Additionally, Cassie Mann was approved, who will join the Clinton staff next year. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
I'm Ben Lowers, and I'm running for DeWitt County Sheriff. As a 30-year law enforcement veteran and chief of police in Clinton, I've seen firsthand how state mandates like the SAFETY Act can impact local safety. I've been a vocal opponent of that legislation because I believe in common sense policing. But being a leader means being proactive, not just reactive. That's why I've prioritized programs like our addiction recovery initiatives, providing a bridge to help guide those in crisis to a better path forward, rather than just a revolving door back into the system. I'm Ben Lowers, and I'm asking for your vote on March 17th.
Paid for by citizens to elect Ben Lowers.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson A's Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, The Helpful Place, at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
Hey everyone, Paul Scarron here, CEO of Warner Hospital. Spring in Central Illinois is beautiful, unless allergies are slowing you down. If you're dealing with sneezing, congestion, itchy eyes, or sinus pressure, our experienced providers at Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton are here to help. We offer fast, personalized treatment to get you breathing easier and feeling better. Don't let allergies take over your spring. Call or visit us today. Warner Hospital and Health Services, quality care right here, right now.
From the Hart Media Group Sports Desk, IL Sports Wire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. The Mount Pulaski baseball team has been hungry to return to the state championship since its first appearance in 2022. This year's team returns most of its experience from last year's team that fell in a 1A sectional championship. Senior Luke Martin says while they lost two big-time contributors from last year's team, he's confident in the group they have this year to get back to the state finals.
I'm feeling really good. We lost two key seniors last year. Chance Payne, he was a stud for us. He hit like 500. And Liam Smith, I mean, he was one of our go-to arms in the infield and on the mound. But we got 6 seniors this year. We're feeling pretty good. A couple of us next week, we have our first game against Nokomis. We'll be gone in Washington, D.C. So the last 5 or 6 years, we've been 20 wins a season. So I've been lucky to be a part of that. My brother, he kind of started that. They went to state his senior year, and so ever since all of us, we've been in the crowd watching that state tournament up at ISU, and it was like, we want to get here. And we did our 8th grade year, and one last go, and I mean, what not to lose and try to win it all. Our goal, we're hosting a regional this year, and so, I mean, it's going to be good to win that at home, and we just like to really take it one game at a time when we're getting up into that postseason range. And I mean, what we do here inside, I mean, we really like to focus on the fundamentals. I mean, we do a lot of base running and glove work and just as much as we can, we just break down the fundamentals here. And I love it. Saying just the small parts of the game, we're going to do right. We do that every single day here in practice, and that's why we're good. I mean, our base running's one of the top in the area. I mean, we're just really good at it.
Aaron Voley emerged as a reliable contributor as a sophomore and is looking to be more of a contributor in 2026. He credits Chance Payne and Liam Smith as 2 players who helped guide him in his first dip into varsity experience.
Well, I learned a lot from the older guys. You know, I have a lot more responsibilities now. But yeah, I learned just a lot about the game and, you know, respect and all that from them last year. So if something goes wrong, you can't think about it. Just got to keep going and just play to the best of your ability. Really. We are going to be short on arms a little bit this year with losing a couple guys, but, you know, it is what it is, and we're just going to have to fill some more shoes and have a bigger role this year, really. So, yeah, just stay focused as much as I can and really just go up there and pitch. I like our chemistry. I think we have a lot of chemistry because we've been playing for so long together now, and it's going to be a fun year. So, postseason, it kind of ended not the way we wanted to the last couple of years. You know, we still want our regionals, but I want to get to that next step this year, really. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this year. We're making it evident that we want to win that sectional this year.
Senior Eric Cooper believes this might be the most balanced team he's seen in 4 seasons at Mount Pulaski, from freshmen through seniors. He is hoping his 4 years at the varsity level will pay off for him this season.
Yeah, we've had some good years in the past, and I think it all depends on the work that we've put into it. And we've had good kids that's bought into the program. We've had good coaches that have led it to us. So it's just kind of carrying on that tradition of every time we put on the jersey, just playing hard and playing for the boys you've been growing up with, that we've been playing with since we've been young, and the community too, because we've been lucky and fortunate that the community comes out and supports us every home game. So that first home game, we start the year against Nokomis. Nokomis, I'm really looking forward to it. And I think we got a bunch to show. We're losing 2 big seniors this year, but hopefully we got guys that are stepping up that can carry on the tradition of playing good quality Mount Pulaski baseball. Each year you kind of learn a different thing, and just the adversity factor. Nothing in baseball goes exactly how you plan. One inning might go better and one inning might not. So just keeping that level head, keeping the emotions, we try and keep them high, because a game's never over until that last out's there. So we're just trying to keep it level head and being a senior, playing a couple of years, just guiding the guys, being the right example on the field, working hard every day, running the ball out. If you're hitting on the infield, and just giving max effort, because at the end of the day, it comes to an end, and hopefully our season can keep progressing if we work hard to see goals that we want. But it all just depends on working hard and taking one game at a time, one pitch at a time. I really like this team. I've been on 4 good teams, and I really like the team we got this year. I think our pitching is one of our biggest strengths. We got a lot of guys on the mound that's had experience in the past that's really been crucial. Our number one, he pitched in the regional championship for us last year, and he threw really meaningful innings the years before. So I think our pitching is kind of one of our upsides to it, just because guys stepped up as juniors and sophomores throwing. So we've got those varsity innings under our belt. But I think defensively we'll be solid this year. Again, we got guys that are competing every day, working, trying to get a spot. And then offensively, it's just one game at a time. Kind of pick up on tendencies of a pitcher, and then work from there. But I really like the team we got this year. I think if we work hard, we should hopefully achieve some of the goals that we got. Absolutely. We got one, Chase Roberts. He was kind of hit or miss last year. He was in the lineup and then wasn't in the lineup. He was battling with a senior for a catcher spot. But this year, I think he's going to see a big role, big uptake in that, because I think he's going to be a really good kid on the mound. He didn't see many innings last year, but I think from what I've seen, the increases he's had, and I know the work he puts outside of this, I think he's going to have a really big jump this year on the offensive side and defensive side. Offensively, he's really solid. I think I could see him batting kind of up towards the top of the lineup, getting things started every game. He brings a lot of energy, kind of got quickness on the base pass that you ultimately like and look for. So I think as a sophomore, I think his role is going to increase a bunch, and I could see really good things coming from him.
Coach Troy Burgard is challenging his team early this year with baseball powerhouses in 1A and 2A. He believes those challenging games early will be crucial down the stretch of this season.
I mean, we've won 20 wins in the last 6 seasons in a row. So we want to keep that going. It's going to be a tough task this year. We've got a really stacked schedule. We've got, starting off the bat, second week, we got St. Joe Ogden, Williamsville, and Litchfield. They're all really good teams. I mean, we've got a lot of other good teams. Jacksonville, Route. There's so many teams that could win 20, 30 games on our schedule. So, but yeah, we've got high expectations, back-to-back regionals. But we're hungry for another, and we want a sectional this year. That's kind of our big goal. We've come up short of our goal the last couple of years, and we don't like that feeling at the end of the year. We want to get that sectional, and the way that we can get there is by seeing those top tier arms, seeing 85 plus, because that's what we're going to see when we want to get to that spot. So we can't go and face teams that are going to be seeing 70 mile an hour. So we may take our lumps along the way here and there, but it's going to make us better, and we want to be playing our best ball and most prepared ball come postseason. I love our pitching. I love our experience. We got a lot of guys coming back pitching, and just we've had a lot of guys coming back that have eaten up a lot of our innings. Only missing about 12 innings from last year. So we've got all of our arms back -1. Hopefully we'll get Coop back on the mound at some point. Yeah, I like our experience in our pitching. That's really led us the last few years. Sure.
Mount Pulaski travels to Nokomis on Thursday to open up the spring baseball season. The LeRoy Panthers will be leaning on a core of 3 experienced seniors on an otherwise young baseball team. Head coach Wayne Meyer explains that he graduated 7 starting seniors from last year's 19-9 team, so his 3 current seniors will have to work hard to fill the void in leadership and production. While he does have a good group of juniors, none of them has varsity experience.
We did have a lot of seniors last year. We had 7 start, and we had a very good season. We won. We went 19-9. We got a piece of the small school division title in our conference, which is a tough conference. And I have 3 seniors, all of whom played a lot last year. Jack Bogamo, the second team all-conference selection, a really good player, the shortstop, pitching for us. Jordan Cox and Tate Harden are my other two, and they both played a ton. Jordan's a catcher, first baseman, a little bit of pitching, and then Tate's outfield, and he pitches as well. So those three are my only seniors, and they are the only three with any real experience. So I've got a good junior base. I've got 8 or 9 kids out in that class, but all of them were JV last year, so none of them have kind of gone through what it's like going against varsity competition game in, game out. And then I've got a couple sophomores as well that they'll be dressing, and they're going to find different ways to contribute as well. So we just we need to play games and evaluate and just kind of start to see what questions we can get answered. And only time's going to do that, I guess.
And it's every team's goal to be playing their best baseball as the postseason arrives. Coach Meyer says accomplishing that is all about pairing individual progress with team progress and getting better as a group.
Well, it's easy from a coaching standpoint. This is if you don't got COVID year, this is my 30th year as head coach. So I've had a lot of teams go through, and I've learned baseball is patient. It's one of those where the end goal, what we look like in March versus April versus May, and kind of blend individual progress with team progress and see where we can go. And for my kids who are not seniors, you have to also frame it out of the season. So in 27, what do we need to do here to get you ready for 27? For my sophomores, what do we need to do to get you ready for 28? So you go from the tiniest detail out to the biggest picture. And I try to really get the kids, you just worry about the here and now, and let us put the pieces together, not only for the week, for the month, for the season, but the future as well. And you try to create that good atmosphere of, there's going to be hard times. We're going to work. We're going to stay together. And you can't let failure create negativity. And you have to keep going forward, and it's always a process.
Despite some inexperience, Myers does not feel that they will struggle with depth on the offensive or defensive side of the game. He is focused more on process and development than wins and losses.
We've got enough depth. It's not like we have any big holes. We need kids to get playing time to evaluate a lot of things, but we'll be able to put out a team that can defensively make all the basic plays. I've got pitching depth. I don't have a lack of pitching. I just have a lot of guys who've thrown no varsity innings. So we'll rely on 8-9 as our base kind of staff for the varsity. And those kids should be able to cover the innings. It's just a matter of who can get the outs and who's more efficient and does the job within pitch counts and things like that. But we should be able to compete, and I think that's where you start. I never talk much about wins and losses. Just process. Do things correctly over and over and over, and you'll start to see results and hopefully success as well. And that's kind of how we'll frame it. Hitting wise, we may be able to hit it well. It's just going from JV pitching to varsity pitching is big. That's a big leap. And honestly, guys just need a bat to be able to see. Defensively, I do feel like we'll be fine. We'll see who can turn into plus defenders, but I think we should be able to go out and play basic baseball. We can build from there.
Coach Meyer has been happy with the attitude and determination of his kids this year. The LeRoy Panthers kick off the season next Friday when they take on the Meridian Hawks at home. First pitch is at 4:30 p.m. Josh Giddey had 16 points, 15 rebounds, and 13 assists for his fourth triple-double in 5 games, and the Chicago Bulls blew out the Memphis Grizzlies 132-107 on Monday night to hand the depleted Grizzlies their 8th straight loss. Mattis Buzelis led the Bulls with 29 points, including 5 three-pointers. The second-year forward, who was the 11th pick in the 2024 draft, has logged 3 of his highest 4 scoring totals of his career in just the last 3 weeks. Trey Jones added 17 points, and Rob Dillingham had 15 off the bench for the Bulls, who started a 4-game homestand by winning for just the 5th time in their last 23 games. The Bulls, who are in 12th place in the Eastern Conference and 6 games out of the last play-in spot, outscored the Grizzlies 71-50 in the second half. Cedric Coward led the Grizzlies with 17 points on 7 for 13 shooting and Jalen Wells and Taylor Hendricks each added 16 points. The Grizzlies, who have shelved standout Zach Edey for the remainder of the season and not had star Ja Morant play for nearly 2 months, were without starters Ty Jerome and Gigi Jackson. Memphis is 3-15 in its last 18 games. Memphis hosts Denver on Wednesday, while Chicago hosts Toronto on Wednesday. Former Chicago Bears defensive back Nahshon Wright more than doubled his 2025 earnings thanks to a bonus from the NFL's performance-based pay program. The league announced on Monday that more than $542 million will be paid out to players for their performance in 2025 through the program, with Wright receiving the most at more than $1.4 million. Wright was paid $1.1 million by the Bears last season when he had 5 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, and 2 forced fumbles to help Chicago win the NFC North for the first time since 2018. Wright was just the second player in the past 15 years to hit those marks in a season, with Minkah Fitzpatrick doing it in 2019. Wright signed a 1-year deal with the New York Jets last week with a reported $3.5 million value. The rest of the top 10 in bonuses from last week were Cleveland safety Ronnie Hickman, Atlanta tackle Elijah Wilkinson, Carolina safety Nick Scott, Washington guard Chris Paul, Baltimore guard Andrew Voorhees, Minnesota defensive end Jalen Redmond, Pittsburgh guard Mason McCormick, Kansas City safety Chamari Connor, and New England safety Craig Woodson. Those players all received approximately $1.15 million to $1.3 million in extra pay. Get highlights of your local high school program by finding IL SportsWire on your preferred social media platforms, and get local sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
I'm Mike Walker, your current DeWitt County Sheriff. My career has been built on 3 things: integrity, commitment, and experience. As your sheriff, I've stood firm against the Safety Act to ensure our community stays protected. I've remained a tireless advocate for your Second Amendment rights. We've prioritized the front line, maintaining high recruitment standards to bring in quality personnel to keep DeWitt County safe. Leadership you know, protection you can trust. I'm Sheriff Mike Walker, and I'm asking for your vote on March 17th.
Paid for by friends of Mike Walker.
Hey, it's Shane from Highway 51 Exchange, your mower and equipment service pros just south of Clinton. Click our banner ad on DeWittDailyNews.com or give us a call to schedule your free pickup and delivery today. Highway 51 Exchange.
Longview Community Bank is now open in Clinton, investing in rural Illinois. I'm Vice President